Being an activist can be a difficult way to live, but it's something that many people feel drawn to. One of the most influential activists in American history is Stokely Carmichael, a man who was no stranger to controversy. Originally born in Trinidad and Tobago, Carmichael's family moved to Harlem when he was a child. He was still in high school when he instigated his first act of protest, a boycott of a nearby White Castle which refused to hire black workers. After graduating from college, he joined the Freedom Riders, a group that purposely violated segregated busing laws. Like many of the riders, Carmichael served a short time in jail for disturbing the peace. After joining the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, also known as SNCC, Carmichael's skills and reputation continued to grow. He worked on voting drives and coordinated with other groups. Carmichael put his own life on the line to help black residents in counties that other activists were afraid to visit because of beatings, arrests, and lynchings of those who had gone there before. But Carmichael continued undeterred. He was aggressive and passionate. However, this meant that he sometimes clashed with other civil rights leaders because he wasn't interested in just integrating African Americans into existing institutions. He wanted to change American culture to better support the black identity. He believed that this was essential to combating white supremacy. Carmichael spoke out against things like the draft. At the time, America was engaged in the war in Vietnam, and the draft was a source of great controversy. For activists like Carmichael, it was another form of discrimination because wealthy people could avoid the military with college deferments, which were inaccessible to the poor. Carmichael was even able to persuade Martin Luther King Jr. to speak more adamantly against America's involvement in Vietnam. Carmichael's outspoken political activities drew a lot of attention, but it wasn't long before he was being investigated by the FBI. This is because the head of the Bureau, J. Edgar Hoover, used it to investigate civil rights leaders and anti-war protesters. As someone involved in both causes, Carmichael was a prime target. They alienated him from SNCC and his partners in the Black Panther Party by making it appear that he'd been cooperating with the CIA. Resisting this pressure, Carmichael continued his activism. He eventually left the United States and moved to Guinea, where he continued supporting the rights of Africans across the world. He worked with Black Power movements that were independent of traditional institutions, and eventually he changed his name to Kwame Ture while creating a political organization called the All-African People's Revolutionary Party. By the time he died of prostate cancer in 1998, Carmichael had been a political figure for more than 30 years. However, he was never satisfied with what he'd done, always pushing for African Americans to make further progress. His fierce determination and his uncompromising attitude sometimes made him a difficult partner, but he was an invaluable advocate for the people who he thought needed his support. As events from the last year have highlighted, racial divisions still exist in modern-day America. Carmichael's legacy can be felt in many Americans who are eager to change institutions rather than reforming them. Few people can be said to have left that kind of impact. While he may be gone, Carmichael's legacy is likely to remain with us for a very long time.